Good evening, subscribers. Let's see if I still remember this, because it's been a couple days. I haven't had a break this long in a while. So, holidays. Big time for the Narcissist. Big Hoovering event. So it's pretty much important to do a video like this every holiday season, because if you're no contact, this is when the narcissist tries to reel you back in. And if you're low contact, then you probably have to deal with them. So you're probably reeling from having dealt with your narcissistic family. Because let's be honest, those that are low contact know that the holidays is when they do their worst. Because the narc doesn't have very many chances to get their supply off of you. So they're going to make it count when they do. And of course, you have holiday guilt, about family and nostalgia, and they'll exploit like little kids that they say want to see you, and older relatives that are going to die soon. They'll do whatever they have to get you to that family holiday event. And of course, make false promises about how, oh no, I'm not going to mention this, and no, it's not going to be like that. And then you get there and it's like, it's exactly what my intuition said was going to happen, and I didn't listen. So I'm going to talk about that and give you a couple tips on how to avoid it from, the perspective of an INFJ, who are the masters of many things, of intuition, of integrity, demisexuality, honesty, and most importantly, for these purposes, the Irish goodbye. Oh yes, can do it better than anyone. I can disappear from a family event better than Houdini. So, anyway, yes, been away, been busy, focusing on other things, like trying to get signed at an agency in New York, and I have almost successfully starved myself down to a six-pack. If you don't believe me, go check out my Instagram. You can see for yourself, and you should follow me too, because Instagram followers are important in the modeling world these days, and nobody bothered to tell me. So I had to make an Instagram and figure that out on my own. Introverts, Instagram, not kind of our thing. So why don't you help me out? It doesn't cost anything. Come on, you watch my videos. They don't cost you anything. And I'm helpful. The comments say so. The comments say I help. And this is an INFJ asking for help. We're not good at that. In fact, we're really bad. So, follow me. Anyway, holiday time, it's especially rough because you have basically two choices. Choice number one, you give in to the machinations of the narcissist and you attend the ill-fated family event that you do not want to go to, that you know exactly how it's going to play out, because that's how it's played out every other time before. They're going to claim it's going to be different, but it is not going to be different. And then you have to figure out how to deal with it, and then you hate yourself and you're mad because you're like, I should have saw this coming. I did see this coming. Why didn't I listen? Why did I let myself be manipulated? And they're going to vilify you. So let's unpack that. One, patterns of behavior. In narcissistic families, holidays always play out the same. It's always all about the narcissist putting down the scapegoat, them getting as much supply as they can get off of you. The narcissist, I just know this, and no, that's not how that works, and you should do this, with the enablers sitting there going, my queen, whatever you say, because they have no minds of their own, and, they're like they may be in their 60s, but they act like teenagers who want so bad to be at that cool table. It's like, I did the thing, can I sit here now? Pathetic. So, you have that dynamic going on. But there are some ways that you can deal with it, make it less bad, if your guilt has compelled you to show up. One, you can try to set boundaries. Try to shut them down when they bring up topics. Two, you can do my favorite, is when they start spewing BS, you start telling truth that you're not allowed to tell. Well, if it's true, you can tell it. That's right, air that dirty laundry. That always shuts them up. I'll never forget Christmas of 2020 when I did that, and I even warned them first. I'm like, I got a nuclear weapon. Whoa, you can't. Okay, I'm gonna push the button now. So, and the family's never been the same. They can vilify me all they want. Didn't actually all that work. It's like, if I was that vilified, you should hate me and leave me alone. But no, then who will give us our supply? So, there's that tactic. 3, there's the Irish goodbye. And there's a sub point of the Irish goodbye. So, the Irish goodbye in essence is, when you've had enough, just leave. Now, it's important to do that. And this is something I've been doing since I was a teenager, since I could drive, without knowing what narcissism is. If you are compelled to go, damn it, you drive yourself. Like, you have your own exit plan. You have your own vehicle to where you can sneak out a back door, in there, boom, 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 gone. So that's important. Very, very important. Do not let anybody else be your ride to a family event, because then you are at their mercy. And you don't want to be at anybody's mercy for anything ever, but especially in this situation. So you have that option as well for low contact. So, you got your truth bombs. You can set boundaries, and it probably won't work, but you can try. It's, make the effort to let yourself know that you did everything you possibly could. Oh, another big one, when they start their narcissistic bullshit, is you call them out on the promises they made, that things are going to be different. So you make them the bad guy, because they're going to try to vilify you. So just bring up like, oh well, but you said this and you said that. Make them the bad guys. Then turn the tables on them. So then when you start throwing truth bombs that they don't want to hear, it's like, well, you started it. You opened the door. That's what I did. So there is that option for you as well. But the better option, no contact people can back me up, and this is more for the low contact crowd. No contact crowd, do not get suckered back in. They're going to try. If you're no contact, assuming this is not your first holiday no contact, you know exactly what they're going to try to do. And if you've been sucked back in, because most of us who go no contact get sucked back into at least one holiday and the false promises, and it plays out exactly how you think. Don't fall for it again. You can even have a clear conscience and go, you know what? I gave you another chance. I told you why I don't show up. You made promises and you kept none of them. Yeah, remind them of that. Remind them of the chance you gave them that they didn't deserve. So no. And I didn't see any of my family this holiday. Not that I celebrated anyway. That's another, I'll add another side point is, don't be suckered in to a religious holiday if you are not a part of that religion. Because in the narcissist mind, they get to pick your religion just like anything else. But, it is a Christian holiday today. I am not a Christian. I am a pagan witch. Although I did go to a friend's the other day for Passover. But regardless. So, if you are not a celebrant of that holiday, they don't let them even try to play the religious card. Just let it say, that will mean nothing to me. But for the no contactors, don't get suckered back in. Like I said, I didn't. It's okay to spend the holiday alone. Like, don't feel like, a loser because it's like, oh, people are with families, isn't that? Yeah, people might be with families that they actually like. You don't have that luxury. So if you're feeling down that you're alone, just remember that you would feel worse dealing with those people, and give yourself credit for having the strength and the boundaries to be like, I'm not dealing with this. Because let's be honest, if you're low contact or no contact and you deal with your family, you're going to feel shitty for days. Days. But I didn't do that this year. No guilt. I had a handful of people I was texting throughout the day. One in particular that's been a very positive influence in my life lately. And, she wasn't with her family either. I don't think for the same reasons as I am. But nonetheless, it was nice to, even if I couldn't be with this person in the same room, it was nice to be spending the majority of the day talking to somebody that I actually want to talk to, that actually understands me, and in my case has actually done more for me than anybody in my family ever has, and I haven't known her all that long at all. So there's that. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind of like what your family has ever done positive for you, which I assume is very little or nothing. And if there is anything positive, remember how old you were at the time. Shit, when you were like 8 years old doesn't count. That was their job. Think about all the times they screwed up things for you. Huh? Remember that. So don't forget the people you're dealing with, and don't let them play that family card. You get to pick who's important to you. Just because somebody's related by blood, I don't care. Think about why you feel the way why you feel the way you do about them, because of actions that they've chosen to take on you over a long period of time. Remember, if you're no contact, you're not no contact usually because of one isolated incident. This is a pattern of behavior that these people do to you, that they deliberately choose to keep inflicting on you, and they're never going to change. It's never going to stop. They feel they're completely justified in doing it to you. Your emotions don't matter at all, and you're just supposed to go along with it. And the only answer they'll ever give you as to why you have to deal with it is, but family. No. 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 No! That's right, ENFJs. One more time for you. No! Learn that word. So, you shouldn't have any guilt over it. Going no contact could be the healthiest thing you have ever chosen to do, and it is a very important step in not only your road to recovery from narcissistic abuse and understanding narcissistic abuse, but for you to become the person you really are, who you struggle to express and who you want to express. In the words of Lilith, they have made you weak, prisoners within yourself. Break the chains and become who you are meant to be. So keep that in mind. Please like and subscribe. Watch the older videos. Help the channel grow. Super thanks me if I've been extra awesome. And whether I've been extra awesome or not, even if you can just barely tolerate me, follow me on Instagram because it helps and it's free, damn it. And I want the help and I kind of need it. See, I admitted that. Very big step for me. So